Hey everybody, it's Dan from KCF CrossFit coming at you with another at-home workout. Before I get to that though, I just want to remind you that if you're finding some value from these workout videos, if you're getting some great workout ideas, give us a thumbs up or drop us a comment and let us know how you did on the workout. Every time you do that, it increases our rating and increases the likelihood that other people will see these videos. Also, go ahead and click subscribe, and that will ensure that every time we post a new video, you get notified. All right, on to today's workout. So today's workout is an alternating EMOM, every minute on the minute. And so what that means, alternating, that means in minute 1, minute 3, minute 5, minute 7, and so on, you're gonna do one movement. And in minute 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on, you're gonna do another movement, or in this case, movements. So it's a 20-minute alternating EMOM, and in the odd minutes, you're going to row 15 calories for the guys and 12 calories for the ladies, although there's a little bit of a catch to that. And in the even minutes, you're gonna do one round of Cindy. Now, what's Cindy? Cindy is a classic benchmark workout where you do 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and 15 air squats. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Minute 1, you're gonna row for 15 calories if you're a guy, 12 calories if you're a lady. Whatever time remains in that minute, you rest. At the start of minute 2, you're gonna do 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats. Whatever time remains, you rest until the start of minute 3 when you go back on the rower again. So you're just gonna alternate those back and forth for 20 minutes. Now, the caveat, the catch on the rower is that every 4 minutes, you're going to add a calorie. So from minute 1 to minute 4, it's 15 calories and 12 calories. From minute 4 to minute 8, it's 16 calories, 13 calories, and so forth. So you're gonna go all the way up so that guys do 19 calories for the final 4 minutes, and the ladies do 16 calories for the final 4 minutes. So for the first 4 minutes, you should get 20 seconds of rest, and then that rest should slowly start to melt away from you on the rower. On the rounds of Cindy, you're looking for somewhere in the neighborhood of fast folks, 30 seconds of rest, upwards of maybe down to like 15 seconds or so. But you don't want to push any further than that. The idea is to work and then get a short amount of rest, and it should be the amount of rest that you get dwindles a little bit as you proceed on. If you don't have a rower, go ahead and sub whatever exercise equipment you have. If you have a bike, if you have a ski erg, go ahead and do 1-for-1 calorie and increase the calories just like you would on the rower. If you don't have any of that, then what we're gonna recommend you start with is a 200-meter run, but something that's gonna take you about 40 seconds. Then in subsequent rounds, add about 10 to 15 meters per round, going up every 4 minutes. And that should equate to what we're doing on the rower and make sure that you get some of that diminished rest time. If you don't have a pull-up bar, a couple of substitutions that you can do. One, you can mimic a horizontal row or a ring row. Here I just take a rope that I have laying around my house and I'm using it around the upright, the deck support, and I can lean back and do a row there. In the past, we've shown you this, where you can take a bed sheet, tie one knot in it, flip that knot over the top of the door, spread out the sheet so that it's flat, and you can pull the door shut toward you. That's really important that the door comes shut toward you, because if you go the opposite direction, the door could pop open while you're doing your pull-ups and that would be bad. But you flip that knot over the door, flatten out the sheet, pull it shut, make sure the knot's at the top of the door, and now you can just lean back, gather up the edges of the sheet, you can lean back and do your pull-up variant that way. If you don't have access to anything like that, but you have something heavy around the house, you could go ahead and do some bent over rows. If it's not terribly heavy, then what I would recommend is you up the rep scheme. So instead of doing 5, maybe you do 8, maybe you do 10, depending on how light it is. But we want you to get that pull-up work or that pulling work done in about 10 to 12 seconds or so. Now, last thing I want to talk about is just some technique things to think about for the rower. So on the rower, I would say the most common fault that we see is people open up their hips or they shoot their shoulders back a little bit too early. So you'll see in this video, I start off in a good position and then my shoulders start to lead my hips. What I really want is for my shoulders and hips to move together until my legs go straight and then I lean back. So in my head, I'm thinking legs, lean, arms. That's the sequencing. Okay, so really common fault, leading with the shoulders. I want you thinking about getting those shoulders and hips to move together until the legs are straight. Then you're gonna lean back slightly and then pull. On the push-ups, a common fault is letting those elbows flare out. It's not a really strong position, but more importantly, it puts your shoulders in a bit of a compromised position. So what we would rather see is the elbows in closer to your sides and not flaring out. So something to be aware of and take a peek at if you're doing that, especially if you have any type of shoulder issues. Finally, on the air squat, consistency with depth is what we're looking for. Okay, so every single rep, we want you to get that hip crease down below the knee. Make sure you stand all the way up at the top. When you're doing fast air squats like this, it is really easy to start to miss that depth. You think you're getting all the way down, but you're not quite making it, or maybe your knees are shooting forward and it feels like you're going all the way down, but you're not actually going all the way down. So make sure you're just checking your depth, checking your position so that you're getting into the right position every single time. All right, everybody, I want you to enjoy this alternating EMOM. Again, it's a workout where you should get some rest each round, but as you progress, the amount of rest that you're going to get is definitely going to diminish. So don't be surprised if toward the end you've only got a few seconds of rest before you're transitioning to the next movement. If you're running out of time, then you need to make some adjustments. So again, make sure you give us a thumbs up, drop a comment, and then also hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate that. Good luck with this workout and every workout that we post. Thanks.